Hello YouTubers! Doing a trailer unhitching and hitching video for you. But whilst I'm down in Cornwall, I'm going over the Tamer Bridge, so I thought I'd also film that as well. I'd kill two birds with one stone. And this is the bridge we went over in the train the other week when I was on the Cornish Express. They must think because of that I like Cornwall and they've sent me to Cornwall. I do like it. So yes, I've been working away doing my little trailer unhitching and hitching. And because I'm always really busy and I never have much time when I'm doing trailers, I'm doing it a bit at a time, so it's lots and lots of trailer changes all rolled into one. So you might notice on the contingency side of things there's lots of different trailers, not just one trailer, and the location changes a lot as well. There you go, ran over that in the train the other way. It's on the A38 at the moment, and I'm going to head up the A388 to Callington. I'm delivering my last load there. And then I don't know where I'm going after that, see where the reload is, but I've not done anything tight today. So we'll yeah, it's not done anything tight today, it's all been down the M5 and the A38. Right, to Callington, so I just need the A388 now. So first thing we do when we're dropping a trailer is always the handbrake. It's where most of the accidents happen, drivers not applying them. It might not be you that hitches up to that trailer, somebody else might hitch up, and as soon as they plug their airlines in, it might roll. I've had it happen to me actually. So first thing you always do, handbrake on. Exception to the rule, if you're reversing onto a bay, it is a good idea to take the number plate off first, because there's nothing worse than falling around on your hands and knees trying to get the number plate off. Nothing worse than losing all your dignity, and it always happens when it's raining and there's always a huge puddle underneath the bay you backed onto. But other than that, always the handbrake. Okay, wind the legs down. Okay, so we don't drop the trailer when we pull away from it. What we're going to do, we're going to lower the suspension on the back of the tractor unit. So all we've got to do is hit this button here and press this button here to lower it. You might see it in the mirror, you'll see the whole unit is going down. There we go, there's the fifth wheel mechanism. There's the pin on the trailer pushes a latch which pushes another latch across the back end of it, and that's what locks it in place basically. Yeah. Okay, so two things with your lines. One, when you're not using them, always hang them up. So I have literally dropped the trailer, driven 100 yards to pick up the next trailer, only I found the ABS lead dropped down off the decking down below the chassis, wrapped itself around the drive shaft and snapped. So yeah, always hang them up, there's no danger of anything falling down then. The other thing with the airline is always carry spares of everything. In my side lock I've got a spare red, spare yellow airline, I've got spare ABS and the electrics as well, always carry spares. So it's important to make sure your trailer's at the right height, or your unit's at the right height. If you look here, if you're going too low, you can miss the pin. Get right in there, so there's the pin, and you can see the centrifugal will miss it. And what happens there is the pin will go over the top of the fifth wheel, and you end up ramming the front of the trailer into the back of the cab. So if you ever see a unit and all the cab's all bent and buckled on the back there, you've done just that. So always make sure you lift it up as high as you can. What I always do is lift it so the legs come off the ground, the legs of the trailer. What I want to do is get them off the ground. I know I'm definitely firm, and I'm definitely going to hit the fifth wheel then. Going too high, or if the trailer's been dropped too low, what will happen is you can smash the lights or take the mud guards off on the unit. So you can see on this example it's going to catch. The unit is too high on this example, but you can have situations where people have dropped the trailer too low as well. So here again the tractor unit's too high or the trailer's too low. Although it's just gone underneath only just, it's also possible to hit things with the fifth wheel. But sometimes it doesn't always return to this position. If I was to push it down like that, if I was to go in a bit like that, it would take out all the airline clamps and all the electrical connections. It's possible to do that. Sometimes this fifth wheel doesn't return. If I let go of this one, it does, but they don't always. So it's something to bear in mind. If you're going a little bit too high and that hasn't returned back to that position, it is possible to do some damage. Before you do anything with a split change, always check that the handbrake is on the trailer. So just give it a tug. And always assume that the driver before you hasn't bothered. That's the safest way. A lot of people do say you shouldn't do split changes because they're dangerous, for the reason that if you plug the airlines in and the handbrake's not on, it'll roll forwards or roll backwards. As long as you always apply the handbrake or make sure the brake's on, then it isn't a problem. So before you connect up to the trailer, say first thing handbrake, is check what's inside the trailer as well. So if you're collecting an empty trailer, make sure the trailer's empty. You might have something still on, like empty trays or empty pallets that don't weigh anything and you won't know they're on. Also, if you're collecting a loaded trailer rather, check it's got the correct load on. There's nothing worse than driving 300 miles to Scotland to realising you've got the wrong stuff on the trailer, you've got the wrong trailer. So always worth, before you go anywhere near the trailer, the tractor unit, is check it's empty. Check it's empty. If you're picking up a loaded one, check that it's the correct load. Also, if it needs strapping or barring up or anything like that as well, you need to check that as well. Okay, so we've got the back end of the trailer underneath, so what I'm going to do now is lift the suspension right the way up. What I normally do is just hit the green button. I stick my head out the window, I basically see if the legs come off the ground or not. If the legs don't come off the ground, I hit this button again, and then just press the up button. And you'll see it lifting the trailer right up in the air. so we know it'll click in then. Okay, connecting up to trailers, I'm definitely doing a split change. Always check the handbrake's on. We'll give it a tug. That's definitely on, because you don't know if the driver before you's applied it or not. And if it's not on, as soon as you connect those air lines, the trailer could either roll forwards if you're on a hill and trap you between the cab and the front of the trailer, or it could roll backwards. And if there's anything behind the trailer, that's not going to be nice for them either. Okay, so now we've done the fifth wheel, double tugged it, check the lever and looked underneath. Next thing to do is to check, whilst I'm at this side of the trailer, I check the trailer. I start from the driver's side, just work my way around. Wheel nuts, tread depth, wheel nuts, all the way around. You don't know who's had it. Check the lights are working. Check everything's working. Don't forget to put number plate on as well. Check the height of the trailer as well on the suspension. Just make sure that's not been left down or up. And once you've wound the legs up, we don't want this handle swinging about, taking out a cyclist or pedestrian or hitting something, so always make sure that's in that bracket properly, you can't go anywhere else anything then. So all done, only thing we have to do, brakes off, and we're good to roll. Okay, and last thing, before we need to go, we need to make sure the suspension is the correct height. So again, I use this little device here, just hit the green button, which is the normal. If you don't, you do get a little alarm come off, which is a picture of a tractor unit with a arrow pointing forwards and a big cross to it. That's telling you there's a problem. So you've got the suspension set to the right height. If you're empty, you can lift your tag axle. I've got a load on at the moment, so I can't do it, but I just hit that switch there. And it'll tell you whether you can do it or not, because if I hit it, it's flashing, and because it's flashing it's saying I don't want to do it, can't do it, too heavy, so we can't do it. So I'll switch him back down again. So we've got the tag axle on the ground, so we've got enough. The other little thing, just have a quick check, you know, ABS lights or anything like that. Any faults with the trailer will come on the dash, so we're good. There's no trailer faults on there, we're all good and happy, so we are good to go. Also, if it's too low, it's possible to go in so it just misses the mud guards, but sometimes this fifth wheel doesn't return, so if I was to do that,